What's up, guys? So today is week 3. Is this? Yes, week 3 of this pantry challenge. I didn't even look at my menu of anything that I had planned today. Today's a Sunday, so I'm sure it was an Instapot meal to put in before we went to church, but I did not make it to church this morning. I'm actually really tired and just felt really drained, and so I decided that I'm going to give myself a break and we are just going to have salads tonight. So I picked up this bag of salad mixed the other day. I also have some avocados. I have some of these different toppings. So this is like the cranberries and pecans. I have walnuts, this Parmesan crisps. I have some canned chicken, or I could have done beef, but I think I'm gonna do chicken with this ranch dressing. And I think we're just gonna have salads. I also have a bag of this chips that the kids open, and so I want to get it used up before it goes stale, and so we might turn it into a taco salad. That's why I was kind of thinking about using beef instead of chicken and kind of making it into a taco salad. I had briefly looked over there to see if I had any salsa, and I looked in my refrigerator. I don't have any salsa, but I think just adding these chips on the top or having it on the side would still taste delicious. I am really excited about this because I just feel like I need something light on my stomach, and so that is what we're gonna have for dinner today. Well, Anaya made these brownies in a cup off of this recipe book that I picked up for them. So it was fudgy chocolate mug cakes off of this new book that I got for them. And so this was your first recipe, right? Yeah. You're making from it. How do you like it?
It's good.
That's good. So I have this super simple salad. I just used the salad, both of some of these. I don't really like cranberries like that, so I didn't use many. With these Parmesan toppers, dressing, and a half of an avocado. So this is my bowl. And I just drained the chicken into this bowl and smashed it up so everybody could get chicken. And everybody just fixed their own bowls. What's up? It's a new day, and I am going to make hamburgers for dinner. So I already have the oil inside of this mixing bowl. I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of sugar, and just had to refill my sugar container. My daughters really have been baking a lot, and so my sugar is empty, my brown sugar is almost empty, the bread flour is empty, it needs to be refilled, and the dry milk. So, but I refilled the sugar because I needed it right now. And then I need to add 2 tablespoons of yeast. Let that sit with water. Okay, it is nice and bubbly now in here. This does not belong in here. So now I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt with 3 to 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and that's it. I said that's it, and I completely forgot about the 1 egg. My girls just want to collect eggs. And we got about, I think, 8 today. Let's see. So we actually had 7 today. We didn't get any duck eggs today. So this recipe is super interesting. This stopped kneading like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago, but I was organizing the bottom. But it says you don't let it rise. So that's interesting. I did look for a quick bread recipe, but that's how it looks. And this is supposed to make 12 buns. I do need to start, looking up recipes to use whole wheat flour. Because my daughter just told me that I used she filled up the last of the bread flour. So there's no more bread flour in the 5-gallon buckets out in the glass room. That looks super good. So yeah. And we definitely don't have enough all-purpose flour. That's 4. If I did that again, that would be 8. So I need to cut this into 3. What if I want them to just be 8? Maybe I'll just cut them in 8 pieces. Because we don't have that many buns. I mean, that many burgers. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to cut them and make 8 buns, and we'll see how big they are. Because I don't like when my buns are bigger than, or smaller than the burger patties. These are super rustic hamburger buns. I didn't actually flatten them or make them into circles a lot, so we'll see how those are. I'm actually really tired if you can't hear from my voice. That's why I looked up this quick bread recipe. I will say that I'm happy I didn't put those into 12 hamburger buns because they were little even as 8 hamburger buns. The kitchen's a mess. I can't wait to get a new sink. I have the sink already. I had the farmhouse sink that is just one big farmhouse sink, but it's an undermount, and the sink that I have right now is an overmount. You see all the dishes, but each compartment, I wouldn't mind if it was 2 sinks, but it's just like the sink is like this big, so you put like 2 things in there and it looks like overflowing. So anyway, I'm going to while that's baking, get this kitchen cleaned up, and then I'll make the hamburger buns. I said hamburger buns, I meant hamburgers. The burgers came out and I rubbed some butter on them. They look really good. They actually feel to me like rolls, like dinner rolls, but I mean, it says it's supposed to be burger patties. I'm going to be using this grass-fed beef patties. There's 6 of them from Butcher Box, and there's 6 of us, so we'll each get 1 burger, but then there'll be 2 burger buns left over. My son will probably use those tomorrow for lunch when he goes to school, because he does have a 45-minute break between classes. And so I was thinking we would have salad, but there's actually only 1 more portion of salad because we had salad last night, so still not 100% sure on the vegetable. I thought about doing french fries, but I don't feel like cutting potatoes at all. I'm really tired. I've already had a long... Just took out a can of corn and opened it, put some salt in here. I'm going to warm that in the microwave for 5 minutes, and then found these 2 bags of sweet potatoes in my freezer. I'm actually going to see if I could put these in the air fryer because my family doesn't really... They like sweet potato fries, but they don't really like sweet potato, I don't know, anything that's not fried. So I'm going to see if I can make these a little crispy and see if they'll like it that way. Good job. I did not look up a recipe, but I seasoned it with some garlic powder, this herb salt that I got from Front Yards Food when we went to a homesteading event. She's in South Carolina. You can go check her out on Instagram. And then I'm going to also add this black truffle parmesan, but once they cook a little bit, because right now they're super frozen. So I'm thinking that is french fries. So I'm going to put it on 400. Where am I? How do I do this? Do I do it on roast or air dry? How do I know? 2 different foods, 2 different meals, finish at the same time. I have no idea. Do I want it on air dry? I guess so. Okay, so this is dinner tonight. They can top it with these pickles and chow chow, mustard. We also have ketchup, but I don't know where's the ketchup at the moment, but this is dinner. What's up, guys? I am sauteing some onions in this small pan. I just chopped up some olives, have some cheese here, and then I have a can of beans, a can of beef. I am actually going to be making kind of like a Mexican dip. So I'm about to add all of the ingredients to the pot. I was just waiting for the onions to soften. I also have some cream cheese that I softened inside of my microwave that I'm going to get. But I didn't feel like taking out my food processor or hand shredding this cheese, so I'm just dicing it. Hopefully the hopefully the cream cheese in the microwave is softened. I have about an hour before I have to pick up my son from baseball practice. Actually, 5, 6, yeah, about an hour. So I'm hoping to get this done. Me and the girls eat, go pick him up, and then he can eat when he gets back. We have had a very busy day today, being a chauffeur. I can't wait for my son to get his conditional license, which you can get at 15 and a half. You just have to like show that you're like playing a sport or working or something, so he can drive himself to practices. I stopped at the store when I dropped my son off and got this cilantro garlic salsa because I didn't have any diced tomatoes or salsa, and that's crazy, but that's actually pretty good that we used all of the diced tomatoes. And I did see that we only have one more can of corn, so that's another positive thing. I still have probably 2, 4, 5 cans of olives. I think I started out with 9, so we are definitely going through them. And I picked up some avocados because my daughter Anaya ate the last avocado today for lunch. So I picked up some avocados, 5 avocados, and this salsa, so $7.72. So that is my produce, I guess, for the week so far. I'm gonna just go ahead and open and add the whole thing to this. They had a jalapeno one, but I didn't get that one because I know my kids and spice. My daughter was already, Nael, my 4-year-old, was already complaining when I said that I was making dip, because she thinks every Mexican food, or all Mexican food, is spicy, even if you don't put spice in it. So I got this cilantro garlic one, hoping that it wasn't so spicy, even though it did have some black pepper and some jalapenos. I'm gonna also add to this while this is warming up. So it called for green chilies, but I don't think I'm gonna add this because it says hot, and I'm just worried about the jalapenos in here. I mean, maybe we can, yeah, I don't know, because I wouldn't add this whole jar, even though it's 4 ounces. I think I'll save this for something else and not add this, and so my daughter's not complaining. I also thought it would be a good idea to add some of this freeze-dried, I want to say zucchini, it's not, it's cucuzzi squash, but they said you could use it like zucchini, just to use this up and have some more vegetables in there. Seems like a good idea. And then I'm also going to add in some broth. I'm hoping that I don't have to change this pot, but I mean, it's pretty full. I didn't want to get a new pot, but it's already pretty full. And once I add the cheese, hopefully it's okay. I also have some freeze-dried cilantro that I'm going to be adding in here. And then I'm going to use the avocados to kind of make like a guacamole dip. I just went searching inside of my pantry and I saw this. And this is just one package of this. And so I think I'm going to open this up. It's only about 8 ounces, and add this as well. Because it is going to be shredded, like really, really granule. And I don't think the kids will mind. And then I picked out some seasonings to add. And then I also had this seasoning that I'm going to add probably a teaspoon in it. I said I didn't want to get a bigger pot, but I do want to get this cauliflower rice out of my pantry, and so I probably will end up transferring this bean dip, because once I add this cauliflower rice, it's going to basically be to the top, and then I still have to add the cheeses. So I'll continue to let this heat up, and then before I add the cheeses, I'll have to transfer it. Okay, I did transfer this to a different container. I have my cheese here. I'm gonna, well, I don't know if I can one-hand this. This was really being lazy because this pan was the closest thing to me. And now it's overflowing again. Oh my goodness. But I added sharp cheddar cheese, mozzarella, and Parmesan. Ugh, I don't want to change this. I did it. I didn't have to change containers. I'm going to put it into containers now. So I have this bag of pita chips that is not open, and then I have crumbs of this tortilla chips. I already tasted while I was waiting to see if it needed any more seasonings. Before I added the cheese. So just adding the cheese makes it even yummier. I'm so happy for it. It's so warm. It just makes me feel like soup. That's what I was thinking. Near your food's right there. What's up, guys? Today is another night of what's for dinner. I have this pack of party wings from Butcher Block. Butcher Block. I can probably every time I say Butcher box, I say Butcher Block. It's just, I have 3.22 pounds, so I'm going to make all of it. And I think I'm going to make kind of like an Alfredo-y white sauce, cheesy noodle to go with this. I was looking in my freezer to see what kind of vegetables I have. I think I do have I saw some broccoli in there, so I may throw the broccoli in with the noodles. But right now I defrosted this last night, and I'm going to get it all inside. Probably I'm going to see if I could fit this inside my cast iron pan. This is a 14-inch, I think, and I'm hoping that I can evenly disperse all of the chicken onto here. And then I already have the oven preheated to 400, and then hopefully I can get the skin hard enough. I have this garlic parmesan packet just sitting, I found in my pantry. It is supposed to be for 2 pounds. So it has the garlic, parmesan, sugar, onion, butter, spices. So I think I'm going to add this with some more garlic and onion. I might even add this Parmesan black garlic truffle mix onto the chicken as well. I just upped my oven temperature to 425 because on the back of here it says 425 for 30 minutes. I have about an hour maybe before I have to go get my son. So hopefully this all pulls together before I have to leave. The quickest way that I know how to, like the quick Instapot Alfredo, I had got these noodles for 25 cents. They were on clearance in Walmart. I explained that in the last video where I got a bunch of packages of these. Is just put these noodles inside the Instapot for 5 minutes and let it, as soon as it ends, not manually, let out all the air immediately, and your noodles should be perfectly done. And then you can, add in your cheese and your cream and all that with a teaspoon of salt. So let me get the salt. Let me not forget that. I just started that. I just pulled out this broccoli. This was over a 3-pound bag, but I think there's probably a pound left in there. I am going to warm that up in the microwave so it'll be easier when this is ready. Once the noodles is ready, then I can just add it in there, and I don't have to wait for it to, make the noodles cold or anything like that. It would pretty much be the same temperature and already cooked. So when I add the cheese and everything, it will already be done. Okay, I already quick release the noodles. By adding 4 cups of water, there's not much, there's actually no liquid left, so I don't have to drain any. I have this heavy whipping cream. There's probably about a cup in there. I have garlic powder, nutmeg, some garlic, granule garlic, and then I have Parmesan cheese, the broccoli. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough Parmesan cheese to shredded. So I did take out my food processor, and if I have to shred Parmesan cheese, I am just going to shred mozzarella and the sharp as well, because I don't like shredding cheese, but I make myself buy the block of cheese so that I have to shred it if I want cheese. Because I prefer, in our Walmart where I get the cheese from, they have the white block of cheese in the block, but they don't have it already shredded, even though that stuff has cellulose and all that stuff, and it's not good for you. So this is how much Parmesan cheese I have. I think I'll go ahead and add the whole thing. Yeah, and mix it together. I don't have any sharp cheese shredded at the moment, so I'm going to go over to my food processor. I already started breaking it into pieces, and the broccoli already beeped in the microwave, but I need to get this. This is going to need more liquid in it because the cheese is not melting, and I don't have any more heavy whipping cream, so I think we have some goat milk. So we do have some goat milk I'm going to add into here. My daughter, Anaya, has been putting pickles that I froze from the summer, well, homemade pickles that I made from cucumbers that we had in the summer, and I had them in the freezer, and I defrosted them because I want to eat them as chips. And so she put them on the freeze dryer, as well as those bananas that started going brown that my kids won't eat them, so we put them in the freeze dryer. They're about to start freeze drying because banana chips freeze dried is delicious. So this is what it's kind of looking like now. I did just shred some of this shredded cheese, or sharp cheese, that I'm going to add in there. This, I got it all stirred in, and this is what it's looking like. I checked on the chicken and just flipped it. The top was brown, but the bottom was a little jiggly, so I flipped it. Okay, this is dinner. We have the chicken with the seasoning, Parmesan chicken seasoning pack with the Alfredo, and everyone is just going to fix their plates. We're actually in Aldi because tomorrow we are going to be gone. We're going to be driving for probably 4 hours in the car, 2 hours there, 2 hours back. We're helping some friends butcher some chickens, and then we're going to be there probably for 2 hours. And so we are going to need to pack a lunch, and I don't have anything to pack a lunch. I don't have any peanut butter. I don't think I have any jelly. I don't have any meat. I don't have any sliced cheese to make any kind of sandwiches. I could have made bread, but I told my daughter to make bread this morning, and she ended up making biscuits by accident. And so I'm just picking up a loaf of bread from here, and then I'm going to get some meat and cheese. I got some grapes for tomorrow. That will all be gone tomorrow. Then I got us each a container of blackberries. I like it because we all like blackberries, and we'll eat the whole container. So we'll wash this before we leave tomorrow. We'll have this to eat. I'm not going to get any bananas because we just freeze dried all of our bananas, and so we'll probably just pack some freeze dried bananas with us. But maybe we might get some mandarins. We do have carrots that I'm going to bring, and I'm just going to walk around and see if I see any other fruit that I think would be good for us to bring. You want some mandarins? Yeah, get that. My son has been asking for some grapefruit, so maybe we'll get this bag of grapefruit for him. The girls are ones who really like the mandarins, and he likes grapefruit. Yesterday we had leftovers, and it was kind of a hodgepodge. Some people had the dip, some people had the leftover Parmesan noodles with chicken. I was not at home, I was at counseling, but I did have some of the Parmesan noodles before I left. And then today is Pizza Friday, so we'll have pizza today. I'm gonna go ahead and get this no stir peanut butter because, like I said, we're out. I think I'm gonna grab a bag of these mini peppers. My kids like to eat them whole, and that will be our vegetable. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these mango slices for me because they don't have any mangoes for me to pre-slice, so I'm gonna bring that with me. I love mangoes, and so does my son. And then for lunch meat, I'm gonna get this smoked honey, and then the cheese. I'll grab just 24 slices. This is completely a splurge and a treat, but I'm getting this drink for the road trip. This will actually be our last night because tomorrow, after we come back from butchering animals and then a birthday party from 2 to 4, we're going to be having dinner with some friends, and so I actually won't be cooking dinner tomorrow. So tonight is the last night. This is all the groceries that I am getting for the week because obviously it's the end of the week, and on Sunday we will start our fourth week, our last week. This is not groceries, but I did go ahead and pick up a step stool because my kids have been having a hard time reaching some stuff high up after we built our new shelves in our kitchen. But basically everything else is food for tomorrow that we will be eating. We will have some leftover cheese, probably some leftover meat, grapefruit, and mandarins, but everything else will be consumed tomorrow. This sale price on this turkey is totally making me want to get one, even though I have one in my freezer that I need to do something with, just because it's more than 50% off, but I'm not going to get it right now. Maybe after this challenge is over, if they still have that in about a week, I'll come back and get it. Thank you guys for another successful challenge week. I'm gonna check out, and I will see you guys next time.